Young Voices, bringing you the best in independent analysis from next-generation thinkers, journalists, and academics.
He's right in terms of the changes in the Mexican population and economy that have been a major contributing factor to that reduction. However, he mentioned we also still have migrants from other countries attempting to get in, particularly Central American, and the flow and the direction they go is, again, from Mexico. And while we've worked cooperatively with those nations in the hemisphere, and particularly Mexico, to try to reduce that, it's still a major problem. You know, South Texas, in the last couple fiscal years, we've seen the kind of inundation with everything from unaccompanied minors to family units, but regular types of economic migrants that we've traditionally seen from Central American countries, young males as well. If migrants were the only problem we were dealing with on the southern border, it might make more sense to, as the professor said, pay attention to our other borders, which does need to be done. But we are still dealing with a significant problem with narcotics cartels, and we're still dealing with the threat of terrorists. The routes for people to be smuggled into this country, as well as dangerous things, from narcotics to weapons, are well established on our southern border. We have a cooperative relationship with Mexico, but it doesn't approach the level of intelligence sharing and cooperation we enjoy with Canada. I will agree with the professor on our coastal borders are still something that needs to be addressed. There are significant threats from that direction that we've made comparatively little investment in. So I would agree with him on that.
Okay, Professor. The argument that Thad Bingel made about the drugs coming over the border, how would you propose that we stop that if not for the war?
Well, the problem with drugs is they're actually quite popular in America, and a lot of people want to consume them. And it's really a demand-driven phenomenon. And study after study shows that interdiction really doesn't work. Drugs are as available and as cheap as they've ever been right now. So treatment and education are much more logical and realistic ways of trying to deal with the demand side. As long as the demand's there, it's going to be very lucrative for somebody to try to smuggle drugs in. And building a wall just poses another challenge, but there are many ways to get into the United States besides crossing the Mexico-U.S. border. And narcotics gangs have lots of resources at their disposal, so they can hire planes, they can hire boats, they can build tunnels, they can do anything practically because there's so much profit in it. And building a wall and enhancing more border enforcement is just going to push them to different avenues for getting the product into where the demand is.